Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make the easiest crochet scarf ever. So if you guys are ready, let's head on over to the craft room. So for this project, I'm going to be using the Caron Big Cakes. This is a size 4 medium weight yarn. It's in the color Boysenberry. You will also need a size I crochet hook or a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and you'll need a little pair of scissors at the very end and a yarn needle to weave in your ends. And that is all, folks. So to get started, I'm going to grab my yarn and my hook, and I'm going to make just a little slip knot. Just like this, make my yarn look like a little pretzel and then scoop it up. And then I'm going to chain 33. So here's 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33. Now we're going to find the 4th chain from the hook right here, and that is where we're going to put a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook and draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, and yarn over, draw through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that is all we will be doing along the entire chain that we just made. So you're just going to go ahead and yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now, if any of you are super beginning your crochet journey, I just want to let you know that I have a whole series of videos that are made just for beginners like you. So if you're having a little bit of trouble with your double crochet, or even with your beginning slip knot or your starting chain, go ahead and check out my How to Crochet for Beginners videos. I'm going to link them right down in the little description box down below so that you can go through all of these little steps. And there's lessons 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 4 is the double crochet lesson. So don't be frustrated. You can do this. I believe in you. And this is such a nice, easy project for practicing your double crochet because it's the only stitch that you do the entire time. So this is also a really great project for if you're going on a road trip or to do while you're watching movies, all snuggled up under a warm blanket this winter. It's a very good project because once you get the hang of the double crochet, you can kind of just zone out and your hands just kind of go along and do it while you're just, watching your movie or sitting next to somebody on a road trip. Now, don't be doing this if you're the one driving, okay? It's good for road trips if you're a passenger. Okay, I'm guessing you guys already knew that. But anyways, we're almost to the end of our chain. And so at the end of this, we will have 30 double crochets, and the chain 3 at the beginning of it counts as a double crochet as well. So it's like we have 31 double crochets. So now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and now we'll turn our work Now we're not going to put a stitch in this first double crochet because the chain counts as the double crochet. So we're going to find the very next double crochet and we'll put our double crochet on top of that one. So yarn over, insert your hook into that next little double crochet, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. And now you'll just do that along the entire little row of double crochets that you just made. So you'll make a double crochet into the next one and into the next one. And now, this is row 2. You are just going to repeat row 2 for as long as you want. It really just depends on how long you want your scarf to be. So for me, I made mine 116 rows. And that was about the right length for me. I liked that. And the greatest thing about this scarf, what I love about it most, is that the yarn that I chose, the Caron Big Cakes, is a self-striping yarn. So I never have to stop and cut my yarn and reattach a new color because the color is going to automatically change. And that's how I get those big chunky blocks of color that look like stripes in my scarf. So that's just a little trick. Again, for you, if you're a beginner crocheter, you may not know this, but there are so many cool self-striping yarns out there. There's lots of multicolored yarns and they're all different. There's self-striping, there's variegated, and then there are even things like pooling yarns and things like that. So all of them make really cool patterns in whatever you are making, a blanket or a scarf or whatever. So that's just something that's really neat. And for this project, I did not use the whole ball of yarn. I'd say I used a little more than half. So if you made it just maybe a tiny bit shorter, you could probably make 2 scarves out of this one roll of Caron Big Cakes. So maybe you could make one for yourself and one for a friend or something. You can have matching scarves. So now when you get to the very end, you're going to put your double crochet in the top of that chain 3, because remember, the chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So you put it right in the top of that, or you can put it in the whole like space of the chain 3. It's up to you, but I like to kind of go into the top of the chain, like just kind of work my needle down in there, and I'm into the 3rd chain that's on the very top of my chain 3. Just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and chain 3 again to start the next row. So here's a 1 and a 2 and a 3, and then I'll turn my work and then once again skip over that first double crochet because the chain 3 counts as my first double crochet, and I'll go into the next one. Yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. And now we're just going to repeat row 2 as many times as you like. Like I said, mine was 116 rows, but you can make yours as long or as short as you like. So keep on going, and I will show you what my scarf looks like after I've got all my rows completed. All right, so I am on row 116, and this is, let's see, almost a week later. I guess I've been working on this for about 6 days or so, and I've just been doing a couple rows every day while I'm watching movies with my family. And so you can see now, I don't know if you can tell, but the color of my yarn is kind of an aqua. So I started out with kind of an ivory colored block, and now my yarn has changed colors a couple times, and my last block is like this really beautiful light aqua color. So now I'm putting my very last double crochet in the top of my chain 3, and now, yay, I can pull out my yarn and cut my end and weave in the end of my yarn. So I'm going to grab a little yarn needle here, and then I'll be weaving the ends of my yarn and my very, very beginning yarn. I'll weave it into the bottom of my double crochets so that it doesn't unravel and come loose. So I'll show you how I do that. So I find the bottom of the double crochet, and I just put my needle down in between the two pieces of yarn that make up the bottom of that double crochet. And I just go across, well, I don't know, how many do I have there? Like 8 or so. I just kind of push it down, sort of the length of my needle, and just run it on through. And then I can cut my yarn. Make sure you weave it in before you cut it, because if you cut it right at the place where you ended it, then it could unravel. Like that very last stitch could unravel, and you don't want that after you've done all this hard work. So now I just want to show you all the beautiful colors that my scarf turned into. And this one again was called Boysenberry, but there are so many different colors in the Caron cakes and also in just self-striping yarn in general. There's so many different ones, and it makes your project so exciting because it just changes color. You don't even have to do anything. I think it's kind of fun too to like try and guess what the next color is going to be. I mean, you can kind of see it sometimes in the cake, but sometimes there's kind of a transition color that is like a little surprise. So anyways, and now I'm just finishing off the other side and just running that beginning yarn through the bottom of those double crochets and snipping my yarn, and that is it. I'm all finished. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Remember to go check out my videos for beginners if you had any questions or need any help, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.